I'm Megan Costello, and behind the camera is my colleague Caroline Groenewegen. We are coming to you from Amsterdam, the Netherlands. We are animal carers, specifically for the cats and rabbits at Dierenopvangcentrum. It's the largest animal shelter in the Netherlands. Our capacity is 180 dogs, 420 cats, and 60 rabbits. But we have specific questions for you, Dr. Newberry, about how we're caring for our cats, and we're hoping that we can get some advice from you on what better we can do, and maybe also some recommendations and also some comments if we're doing things correctly. So first we're going to show you around our facilities, and then we're going to go into the kennels and ask you some specific questions about what we have. Come on in. This is the reception where all the clients come.
Maar hoe gaat dat? Maar ik ben hier niet.
Oh, neem jij zo'n poppetje?
Yeah? We're going to come and look at the vet's office first.
Gaat dat door?
This is the examination room where clients can come, and we also bring the animals ourselves in here too. Our wonderful veterinary staff here behind the desk. This is the x-ray room. And here's the preparation and surgery room. Hi.
Kijk, en aan welke kant was ik nou opgegaan?
Ja, dit was de oude kant, dus nog een keer even. Wat is
Behind here, on this part of the shelter, is all the dogs that we have in the shelter. This is our physiotherapist and our hydrotherapy rooms that we have here. And now we'll go back upstairs and see where the cats and the rabbit are. Along this hall is all what we call pension. It's all for people who bring their cats here when they go on vacation, and then we take care of them. And we'll let you see what that looks like. The cats that are good social and can be let loose are let loose. The ones with dietary restrictions we keep locked up until their food is gone at least, or we take away the food for everybody. But generally we try and make it cozy and comfy for everybody. We also have an outside place, which is especially nice in the summer, where they can come out and hang out. And here you can see the area for the shelter dogs that we have. This entire back area is all for the dogs. This is the entrance to get to the cats and the rabbits for the shelter. The open areas here are all for the doggy daycare and the dogs that come here for vacation. All of the upper part is for the cats and the rabbits. On the left here are all the A kennels. A is for adoption. Those are all the cats that are ready to be adopted. Most of the B kennels are for the rabbits. And then on the right side, starting with B5 all the way to C5, those are all of our quarantine kennels for the cats that are not ready for adoption. a cat first comes into DOA, we first bring them into what we call our strict quarantine kennels, C5 or C4, and we'll go there and take a look at what we're doing there. So this is one of our quarantine kennels. Right now we have a lot of cats there that have sneezing sickness. And in all of the strict quarantine kennels, we wear blue overshoes to try and reduce the spread of any kind of sickness. So as I said, when a cat first comes to DOA, they come into one of these kennels and they get placed into a cage, given a name and a number and everything like that. We have tables for the vet to come in and examine the cats, give them their vaccinations and anti-flea and worm medicine as well. And then they have to wait here. They wait in this kennel a minimum of 7 days so that the vaccine can is good throughout their system, and to make sure that they don't have any contagious illness or disease or anything like that. So they stay here for a minimum of 7 days. After 7 days, or after they're feeling better, then they go to what we call a Q+, which is quarantine plus, where we wait until they're ready to be adopted. So one of our biggest questions is what to do with cats that are sick. For example, this one is sneezing and has a cold. And right now, all the cats that have this are all locked away, always. No matter what kennel they're in, they're always locked up fast to try and minimize it spreading. What we're curious to know is it completely necessary to do that, or are they going to get sick whether we put them away or not? And it is better to keep them locked up all the time. For how long? Until they're completely not sneezing anymore, or for a certain number of days, or is there a kind of medicine that you would recommend that we give them? Right now we give them usually analgesics at first, and then if it worsens and they stop eating, we'll give them some antibiotics. Not necessarily that it's going to help because it's a virus, but because it does seem to help their immune system build back up faster. So we do see some results if we give them antibiotics. But we're curious to know what your thoughts are about treatment for this particular case, because we get this a lot and it spreads very quickly, and we find that the cats get so unhappy that we are not sure whether it's best to keep them locked up for their wellness or not. So we're curious to know what you think about that. This is one of our Q+ kennels, or quarantine plus. Here the cats need to stay until they're ready for adoption. Legally here in the Netherlands, we have to wait for 2 weeks when a stray cat comes in. After 2 weeks, then legally they become our cats, and then we can go forward with castration, spay, neuter, and get them ready for adoption. So they stay 1 week in the quarantine until the vaccination is good, and then they come here. In these kennels, they can walk around, which is wonderful, and we find that really good for the cats. We're curious to know, though, about when the cats get sick. Right now, out here in this outside area, we have 2 cats that are sick, so they're sitting in their cage out there. We have the door between to try and protect the rest of the kennel and the rest of the cats here from the cats that are sick. A problem is that we still go in and out of there, so they touch us and we're now bringing the germs back in here. Is it enough? Are we doing enough by keeping them caged out here and the door in between to keep the cats separate? Also, on the other hand, is it necessary? Do they have to be in the cage behind the door here locked up since we're going in and out anyway? Is it going to give any extra protection in the balance of their immune system and their ability to cope and get better and their happiness, where in the balance is keeping them locked up and isolated fit in that scheme. So we're curious to know what the best protocol is for when a cat gets sick, when they're walking loose around the other cats, what's best for everyone in the kennel.